Alright, John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods here today at our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today we've got another addition to our inventory to go over with you, and this is a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. Now this one here is done up with all of the RS or Rally Sport equipment here. So of course you can see that front end with the RS grille, the hideaway headlights on it also makes it a real nice looking piece up here on the front end of the car. We also have this steel 2-inch Cowl induction hood here. Fits very nice in here. Again, we've got the blue exterior paint, real nice paint on this car. These stripes here, they're going to probably look black to you on the camera and in all the photos and videos that we do, but these are actually kind of like a real dark charcoal gray color. Kind of a real nice touch to this car because you're so used to seeing just the plain black stripes on it. In addition to all of that, we have all of our bright work. So the wheel lip moldings, the drip rail moldings here, all done in the bright work here. You can see all of our panels, the fitment of them, the doors, the gaps, elevations are all very nice on this car. We've got the mirror over here on the driver's side as well. Also, wheels and tires, you can see they kept it kind of stock appearing too with the rally wheels, the steel rally wheels painted with the beauty rings and the center caps there on with the BF Goodrich radial tires wrapped on those. Again, all the treads real nice. And again, you can see that they've done a little bit with the tire sizes here. We've gone a little smaller up front, a little bigger in the back here to go ahead and help with that rake in the car. As we always do, we're going to open up our door here and take a quick peek inside. We've got the all black vinyl interior, the bucket seats up front with the headrest. The dash, it's the factory dash, but it's got the kind of a carbon fiber treatment to it there. They put in a custom piece in there to make it look like that. Aftermarket steering wheel, of course, factory center console in there. Now it is a 5-speed transmission. It has the correct shift pattern on the center console, so all that's going to be, just the way it is. We've got the factory gauges also in there, along with some center console gauges too from AutoMeter, so a nice little touch there. All the seat belts are in there. Now they have swapped out kind of the stock appearing belts and went with all retractable belts in this car, so for the front seats and for the back seats, they're all retractable belts. Now we'll close this up. Again, you see the door shuts real nice and easy. We've got tinted glass here on all of the side windows here, and you can tell nothing wrong with this glass at all. There's no chips or cracks or anything like that. All of our weather stripping and seals are all good too in our door frame there also. So as we come back around to the back of the car, you can see we've got the chrome bumpers here. We do have that rear trunk spoiler here on the car. The trunk itself, the lid fits really, really nice on this car. A tinted rear window also. Now as far as the RS look on the car, they did go ahead and use the correct RS rear lower balance with the correct backup lights on the car as well. So we're going to go ahead and open our trunk lid up. So we'll get the key, open it up. So the actual latch itself works good. You can see the underside of that trunk painted that same blue as the rest of the car. We've got our trunk seals and weather stripping here, all in real nice condition, nice and soft the whole way around. No cracks or chips or tears out of any of that. The trunk itself is all in good shape. A nice trunk mat, full-size spare back here. Also a BF Goodrich radial TA tire. The jack and all of its components in here. And they've actually gone ahead and packed that with some stuff in there to help protect some of the paint and the finish back here as well. So you can tell that this car was very, very much taken care of. We'll close our trunk. Again, it shuts real nice and easy there. As we come up along the passenger side, again, the sides of this car are nice and straight the whole way down. You've even got these quarter panel accents down here too that was kind of part of the trim package. Again, you can see the glass on the passenger side, also the mirror over here too. So both side mirrors. We'll open our door up on this side, and that way you can just take a quick peek in there from the passenger side. Again, the upholstery on the seats is all really, really nice. No rips or tears anywhere. Carpet, there's no fading whatsoever there either. So real nice inside and out. Close that door up. and then we'll walk towards the front of the vehicle. Again, we've already been over the wheels and tires on this car. We come around back to the front now, and now we're going to go ahead and open the hood up now and go ahead and show you what's under here. Before we do, just take a look at how the hood fits. Everything looks nice there as far as the gaps and the elevations. It's fitted up real nice on this car. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. And first thing, they've got the underside of the hood finished off also. That same blue as the rest of the exterior of the car. Again, inside, the black fender wells, the blue cowl back there too. They've actually color matched some of the stuff under the hood here as far as engine components go. Now you can see this is a big block car. It is a 454 cubic inch big block Chevy. Not the original motor, obviously, for the car, but a real nice running unit here nonetheless. Chrome air cleaner, and as far as the valve covers, these are a cast aluminum Chevy 454 valve cover. Real nice looking piece with a K&N valve cover breathers there. Got an Edelbrock Performer RPM intake on it there as well, and a Holley dual feed carburetor there also. Now as far as the rest of the stuff here, we've got big diameter long tube headers here that's going to help this engine breathe. You see on the front of the motor here, they went with a one of those Serpentine belt drive assemblies up front here. Again, all aluminum pulleys, aluminum brackets on here also. It is an aftermarket air conditioning car, so you've got, I believe it's vintage air, everything's all hooked up, belts there, everything all functional. Stock style radiator, electric fan and fan shroud, billet radiator overflow reservoir here. So again, all of that looks real nice. Power brakes, and with those power brakes, you've got a chrome booster and a chrome master cylinder. Power steering car as well. MSD distributor, MSD 6AL box mounted back there on the firewall. MSD coil also, so everything all MSD, even right down to the 8mm plug wires down here, all MSD stuff. Chrome fender braces, of course, just to kind of help dress things up a little bit underneath there. But again, a good power plant for this car. And again, behind this motor, we've got a Tremec 5-speed manual transmission. Real nice transmission, nice short throws on the shifter. So again, that's going to operate real nice for you. And then again, it's a 10-bolt rear end, but it's the big 10-bolt, the 8.5-inch ring gear posi unit back there. So again, all around, just a great vehicle. Got lots of power, lots of torque, and it's got the performance that you would want or expect out of a car like this. Now, if you want to come out and see this car in person, or any of our other cars that we have here, of course, you can always fly into our closest major airport, which would be Pittsburgh International Airport. That's about 70 miles away, give or take a little bit. We do have smaller places, but again, that's your closest major airport. So we're all done here. We're going to go ahead now and get this on the lift, show you how nice the underside is on this car too. You won't be disappointed. All right, so we have our 69 Chevrolet Camaro here up on the lift, so we're going to go through the underside. And before I even start, I'm just going to tell you this car is about as nice as they come from the underneath standpoint here. So starting up front here, we've got all of our stock suspension. We do have a heavy-duty front sway bar on this car. The bushings on the frame mounts and on those sway bar end links are all in great shape. As far as your suspension arms, your upper and lower control arms, those are all just factory stamped stock steel components. All of your steering, same thing, all just factory steering components. Power steering too, by the way. All of your tie rods are nice and straight. Everything looks to be in good, like maintained order here. You can tell everything's been greased. All the rubber dust scoop covers are all intact on all of your steering components here. As far as suspension, looks like we do have a set of QA1 front coilover shocks on the front, so you'll be able to adjust your ride height just by using the spanner nuts on those. As far as braking up front, we do have power brakes on this car, and it is disc brakes all four corners, and those are drilled slotted rotors on all four corners also. So again, you've got good braking components here. As far as drive line, let's go over that real quick. We have a big block Chevrolet motor here coupled to a Tremec. This should be a 5-speed transmission. The transmission mount and cross member back here are in great shape. As we come back here, we've got our balanced drive shaft, and then we have our 10-bolt rear. Now this is the big 10, the 8.5-inch ring gear. And you can see that it's a posi unit, so you've got both wheels turning the same on this car, and it's got the traction bars, multi-leaf rear suspension, and then it also has a set of air shocks on this car so that you can raise and lower the rear end to whatever your desired rake would be for this car. As far as exhaust, you can see how big the exhaust is, so you can tell it's a very free-flowing exhaust. From your long tube headers to this big, I'm gonna guess probably about a 3-inch exhaust all the way back here, a set of dual Flowmaster mufflers, and then of course a set of tailpipes here, done correctly, up over top of the rear end housing and exiting out the rear of the car here, right between your rear leaf spring and the quarter panel, just as they should. As far as wheels and tires, it's the factory style chrome, or not chrome, but the painted rally wheels here with the trim rings and center caps on this. 15-inch wheels, by the way, and all BF Goodrich rubber. So radial TAs, 2 1560s up front, 2 9560s on the back of this car. So again, gives it a nice rake, big meaty tires on the back. As far as the floors and frame, well, if you look at it here through the camera lens there, you can see just how nice this thing is. The black frame here, subframe, they do have a set of subframe connectors in here too to help stiffen things up. As far as the floors go, everything is painted on this car. Probably so clean you could eat off of the underside of this car. All of the floors are the correct metal, the stamped metal floors for this car. No holes, no patching to speak of whatsoever. Even as you come back here towards the rear of the car, towards the trunk area, that trunk pan is all solid and everything all painted up underneath here. The fuel tank, very nice fuel tank in here, stock fuel tank. All of your mounting hardware, the bolts, the straps, all of that is in excellent condition too on this car. It even has the emergency brake all hooked up, so all your proper cables here, all your proper frame hooks, everything all hooked up so that it functions as it should. So again, underneath of this car, again, you can see just how nice it is. Even your brake lines and your fuel lines here, the way that they're routed, they've got that spiral winding on it to help prevent against any kinks or there's any kind of bends in it whatsoever. So again, everything just super, super nice underneath this car. So with that said, we're all done underneath here.